All right, welcome to Math with Mr. Strands. This is Zeta book of Matthew C, lesson 10a. So in this lesson, we are going to be multiplying decimals with double digits. Biggest thing to remember in this lesson is to count your decimal places after you solve the problem. So if we just go to number 3, they have it set up two ways. They have it set up where the decimals line up with each other. I'm not a huge fan of that. I am when you're adding or subtracting, but when you're multiplying or dividing, I don't think you really need to do that. What I just remember to do is put my decimals where they belong. So 35 decimal is going to go at the end, okay? And this one is 0.26. I'm just going to put the decimal here. I'm going to just multiply like normal and then count my decimal places after, okay? So if we multiply like normal on this one, 6 times 5 is 30. Oops, let me get a different pen here. Okay, 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1, or plus 3 is 21. Gonna put my placeholder. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. I'm gonna add these together. Okay, now looking at my answer, how many decimal places do I have? Well, on this first number, I don't have any because you don't have to move over any. It's already there after the number. On this one, though, you have to move over 1, 2. So down here, your answer, 1, 2, would be 9.10. Okay, so just make sure you count your decimal places accurately. All right, I don't necessarily worry about this method. Again, I only like lining up my decimals when you're adding or subtracting. So let's go to number 4. You got 1.03 times 0.76. Okay, so I put my decimals in, multiply like normal. We got 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Placeholder. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. And then 7 times 1 is 7. Add these together. Now, how many decimal places do I have in this one? So I go over 1, 2, so that has 2 decimal places. This one, 1, 2. This also has 2. Okay, so you have to move over a total of 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so your answer is going to be 7,818 thousandths. Okay, if we look at the next one, we got 4.7 times 0.6. Again, I'm just going to multiply like normal. 6 times 7 is 42. Carry your 4. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 4 is 8. I have 1, 2 decimal places. So 2.82. Okay, so just remember after you solve the answer, you need to count how many decimal places. Very important. All right, I'm going to scroll down to these word problems at the bottom. Number 9. Okay, Trisha gets paid $6.55 for every hour she works. So $6.55, and she works for 0.4 hours. Okay, I'm going to multiply this out. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry my 2. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 2 is 22. Carry my 2. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. How many decimal places do I have? Well, I got 1, 2, 3. So I have a total of 3 spots I have to move over. 1, 2, 3. So my answer is 2.620. Okay, and then number 10, last one, eggs are on sale for 96 cents a dozen. How much would 2.5 dozen eggs cost? Okay, so remember, a dozen is 12. Okay, if we have 2.5 dozen, we're going to have a total, right, so you got 12 times 2, which is 24. 24 plus 6 is going to have 30. So we got 96 cents. Okay, and that's for a dozen. If we have 2.5 dozen, we just said 30 eggs, right? So 30 eggs total, but it's 96 cents per dozen. So we're going to multiply this by 2.5. So really, you didn't need to know that there were 30 eggs in this problem because it's 96 cents for a dozen. We got 2.5 dozens. Okay, let's multiply across. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 3 is 48. Carry your 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Add them together. Okay, how many decimal places do I have? 1, 2, 3 total. 3 total. So your answer is for 30 eggs, you're going to be paying $2.40. Okay, that is it for lesson 10A. Go ahead and work on 10B. Remember, you need to count your decimal places after you multiply.